Hello, welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to thank TV47 and thank Robert especially for all they do and all he does to help us put on our program. I'd like to let you know our program today is about an event coming up. Dana Theilacker and I have a couple other people have joined me to talk about the Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company production of Little Women. And this is a little different. It's a dinner theater. Is that right?
That's right.
Oh, I'm excited about that. Well, before I ask you too many questions, I want to tell you the dates are July 9th through the 10th and the 15th through the 17th, and this time it's at Harvey's on Noble. If you want tickets, go to www.sdpac.net. The cost is $45. That includes a wonderful meal with tea or water, and you can get your tickets online there. Dinner is at 6. The show begins at 7. Great. Okay, I wanted to be sure and say that before we got into our discussion, Dana. Dana Theilacker is joining me. What is your part in the production?
I'm playing Marmee, which is the mother of the 4 daughters.
Great. Is this your first production?
This is the first production that I have acted in.
Oh, okay.
I've worked behind the scenes on a number of performances, but this is my first on stage.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes.
What made you decide to try out for this? I know your family is very involved in
I'm just around the scenes, and there was a need for a Marmee. There wasn't anyone who tried out for a Marmee, to be quite honest.
Great.
And I was asked to just step in and see if I could handle it. So they haven't fired me yet. So.
They're not. I'm sure you're going to do great. So I know you've done a lot of behind the scenes work. What kind of things have you done in this production and then in other productions?
In this production, I am the costume coordinator, and I also did the graphic design work for this performance. Okay. For the marketing, the posters, the program book. And I have done that sort of work for SDPAC for a number of years, really since we moved into town 12 years ago, I want to say, I've started working with them. And then also for Sylacauga Community Playhouse, I've also done their marketing since Tarzan. So it has been a blessing to be able to do that.
Well, now that's the thing that you already know how to do. You have your own graphic design business, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What kind of things do you do?
I specialize really in program books. I do anything in print, logos, magazines, anything in print.
Whatever's
anything.
That's right.
I do love printed material. I know that this is the day and age of digital media, but I still have a love of print. So.
Oh, me too. You know, books.
Yes.
I love that. Well, that is great. I know. And you work from home.
So I do.
That is wonderful.
It's a luxury to be able to do that.
Oh, it is. Be there with your children and everything. Now, tell us about your family.
I have a husband, Chris, who's involved with the production, and I have 2 daughters, Rebecca and Anna. And we are members of First Baptist Church in Sylacauga, and my husband is the youth pastor. Right. So we stay busy with that, and it's a treasure.
It is. It is. We are so glad we go to church together. I'm so glad your whole family is a part of our church. That's great. That's great. Now, I know you said you've had your graphic design business for several years, and you've done a lot of that. That's awesome. You're able to work from home, but you also homeschool. Do you homeschool?
I do. Well, I homeschool our youngest still. Anna is going into the 7th grade. We do classical conversations, homeschool community. So that's classical education. It's quite rigorous, but it's a good fit for our family. But our oldest, Rebecca, is actually at the high school. She's going to be a junior this coming school year. So.
Wow. I can't believe that. Sorry, I've known Rebecca since she was a little bitty thing. That's great. Wow. Well, I know in this production, your husband plays your husband.
That's right.
And your daughter, Anna, plays your daughter.
That is correct.
That is so fun. I think that's neat. Do y'all rehearse a lot at home?
I won't say a lot. Anna and I have rehearsed the most, but because honestly, the 2 of us have the most lines in the family. Chris is also the assistant director, so he's mostly behind the scenes, though he does have the part of father. Yes. But Anna and I have worked hard to memorize my lines mainly. She's a natural, so it's mainly to keep me straight.
Oh, well, she can give you a lot of help. That's great.
That's right.
How fun that must be fun to have your whole family involved in the entire production.
It really is.
Because I know the 3 of you are in it, and your other daughter, Rebecca, she is behind the scenes, right?
Yes, ma'am. She's a costume assistant, so even today we'll be heading up to Gadsden to work on costuming for that. So she'll be backstage every performance.
Oh my goodness. So do y'all buy the things that you need? I mean, I guess I can't imagine, I don't sew. I can't imagine trying to sew all the costumes or things
I'm going
like
to say
that.
it's a combination with the shows of renting, purchasing, and making some of the costumes as well.
Wow. And all of this is volunteer.
Yes,
all
ma'am.
of you. Wow. I know you're not the only one who does. I mean, there are a lot of other
no.
people that volunteer, I'm
That's
sure.
right. It takes quite a number of people.
The
pull off
parents
a show.
and everybody else. That is wonderful. Great. What do you enjoy doing in your free time, if you have any free time?
Wow, yeah, free time. I love art and music, so anything that involves art and music is going to be something I enjoy doing. Learning how to paint. I've taken some classes at the craft studio in watercolor, so currently when I have a few spare moments, I'm practicing watercolor.
Oh, I
That's a
didn't
new
know
thing for me.
Which is different from graphic design, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Quite different. That's
Absolutely,
great.
yes. I have training on digital arts, just on the computer, but I never felt like I was very good at just by hand. I'm not terrible, I know, but I feel like I'm much stronger on the computer, so it's fun.
You still have that creative ability there.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, what is your favorite part in this production? What do you think?
My favorite role?
Yes, or your favorite role, or your favorite scene, or
My favorite scene. Oh, okay.
That's a hard question,
There
I
is a
know.
fun scene where there is a play within a play, and I think anyone who comes to see the show is they're going to die. I mean, it's hilarious.
How
Truly. I don't want to give away too much, but
No, you don't.
but it is great.
Well, the book is great. I have read the book. I think it's been several years ago, but I did read it. It was first published in 1868, and it's based loosely on Louisa May Alcott's life, Little Women. And but I did see the latest movie in 2019, and it was wonderful. It was
Fantastic
great.
movie.
This will be fun. Well, I just cannot wait to see the production. This will be so much fun. I know your first time on stage will be great, and you'll be very busy. You're on stage and backstage part of the time.
Right. I'm passing the torch on though too. I have two assistant costumers. They'll be backstage, so I will just be an actress.
Okay, good.
On those performance dates. But yes, my niece is helping Rebecca. Also, Kayla Camera, she'll be backstage as well.
How fun. It's certainly a family affair there.
Absolutely.
That is great. Well, I'll encourage you to go buy your tickets. We're going to pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk with Anna Theilacker.
Things a little bumpy in your driveway? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Hello, welcome back to Library Connection. I talked with Dana Theilacker the first part of the program. Now I'm talking with Anna Theilacker, her daughter, about Little Women, the Sylacauga Dance and Performing Arts production, which is July 9th and 10th, and then July 15th through 17th at Harvey's on Noble. This is a dinner theater, so you'll have a wonderful meal at 6. The show begins at 7. You can get your tickets online, or you can call 256-245-1669, and they can help you get connected and how to get your tickets for these programs. And now, Anna, thank you for joining me. I know you've been at camp. Or you came from camp this morning and you're headed back in just a few minutes?
Right.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for coming. I know you're all having a great time at church camp. Tell me about yourself, your age and school, things like that.
Well, I'm 12 years old. I'm going into the 7th grade.
Okay.
I'm actually homeschooled.
Okay.
So I don't really go to a real school, but.
That's okay. Your mom did tell us that you do classical conversations.
Right.
Quite a busy program, right? You have to work real hard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, what part do you play in this production?
I play younger Amy.
Okay.
Yeah, younger Amy.
That's right, and there are 4 daughters in the play. Marmy, your mom, has 4 daughters, and I guess there are scenes when they're younger, and then scenes when they're older. That must be. And you play the younger Amy, right?
Right.
All right. What kind of girl is Amy? What do you think?
Well, she's kind of selfish. She really just wants all the attention on her because she is the youngest, and she just thinks that she doesn't have anything. And she just wants everything.
Oh, goodness. Well, that is not like you at all, Anna, but you can play the part really well. Is it fun to be Amy, to get to act like that kind of?
Oh, yeah, it's really fun.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Do you have a favorite part, some favorite lines or a favorite scene from this production?
I really like the play within a play.
That's what your mom
It's
said.
my favorite, yeah.
All right. So you're in that production? I mean, in that particular scene of a play within a play?
Right.
Well, good, good. This is not your first time to be on stage, is it?
Nope.
Right. Do you know how old you were when you started? I can't remember.
I was about 7 years old.
Wow. Now, I have a list of some things you've played in. You can just tell me about them. You've worked with the Sylacauga Community Playhouse,
Right.
I know, several times. And what have you done with them? I've forgotten.
Well, I've done Little Women, of
Right,
course, but
yeah,
you know
yeah.
that. I've done Frozen.
Oh, that's right. What part were you in Frozen?
I was younger Elsa and a bunch of like ensemble and summer chorus and that kind of thing.
Fun. And then you were in Aladdin.
Right.
Was that a community playhouse? Now you were Iago. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
Who is Iago in the
Iago is Jafar's like right-hand bird.
Okay.
He's really just kind of mean, honestly.
Right.
But
I've seen the movie. It's been a while, but I bet that was fun to play.
that was really fun.
Because you're not a mean person, but you get to act that way
Right.
in the program. All right. And I actually saw you won a Sylacauga Community Playhouse Dolly Award for Best Supporting Actress as Iago in Aladdin Jr.
Right.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, is that voted on by your peers, the people that you work with? I think that is probably.
I think
vote
so.
on that. That's great. How fun. When did you know you wanted to be on stage and act?
Well, really as soon as I like finished doing Tarzan, even though I was like just a baby Abe in the ensemble, it
Sure.
was still super fun for me, and I just really loved the stage since then.
That is great. Well, you're wonderful at it. I've seen you perform, I know. Do you like the singing, the speaking, the dancing, or all of that? Or,
All of it.
Well, any one particular part better than another?
I really do like the speaking
Uh-huh.
and the dancing. I love dance. They're all just really fun.
That's great. That's great. Well, you're just meant to be on stage, I think. So you and your mom have rehearsed this a lot. I know I talked with her about she's your mom and you're the daughter. That's not really hard to rehearse. So y'all rehearse a lot at home?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Good. Well, a lot. I know you've got some other things going on too, but I guess you've been able to give her some pointers because this is her first time.
Of course.
Well, good. That is great. Let's see, what other things do you like to do? But I know you're busy. Like I said, you're at camp. I know y'all are involved in church and busy with this. What other things do you like to do?
I really like to draw and paint.
Okay.
I love art. Sometimes I like music. I'm still in the process of trying to learn the ukulele.
Oh my goodness!
It's pretty fun.
Wow. Who do you take lessons for that, or are you just
I just
learning?
learn it.
That's
My mom
neat.
plays the guitar, so I mean, she kind of teaches me, but I know they're not the same.
Right.
But you know, they still have strings, and they
Oh, yeah.
basically.
A lot of things similar.
Right.
That's great. That's great. And I know she's an artist, so you probably got a little bit of that too. How
Right.
fun. You like to draw, paint? Good, good. And you like animals, is that correct?
That's right.
Do you have a pet?
I actually have 3 pets.
Oh, okay.
I have a dog named Buddy, I have a hedgehog named Peggy, and I have a hermit crab named Shelby.
Oh my, a hermit crab, a hedgehog. Now a dog, a lot of people have dogs, but not that many people have hedgehogs.
Right.
I'm sure. So you have to take care of her. A lot of the care.
lot.
What kind of care does a hedgehog need?
Well, it's honestly pretty simple. You have to make sure that her like cage is clean and stuff because she does make a mess at night. So you just have to clean that all up and then just make sure she has food and water and some toys to play with and a wheel. A wheel is really important so she gets her exercise.
Exercise. Well, sounds like you've got that under control. That's great. That's great. Now I know I'm gonna get back to your what you love to do. You love to be on stage. You have performed with Community Playhouse here, and then with SD Pack. Also, you've done some things with them. But y'all lived in Washington D.C. or Virginia for a while. Were you involved in some things there?
Not many.
Okay.
I was only involved in like 2 things there, and they weren't really plays, but they were ballets, like The Glass Slipper and Swan Lake.
Oh, how fun. One I think was at Cuppet Dance and Performing Arts Center in Virginia.
Right.
So that was a dance. So you do dance also.
Right.
Wow. Well, you're a well-rounded girl. You love a lot of things, Anna, I know. And then Moonlit Wings Production in Washington, D.C.
Right, that was actually a mini show of The Wizard of Oz. I played Dorothy for half the show. And then we kind of split the role of Dorothy into, like, dividing it into 2 roles.
Okay. So some more girls got a chance.
Right.
Is that it? Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, I'm so glad you enjoy doing this. Does your dad give you some help too, some pointers on how to be on stage? Because he's done some acting also, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does give me a few tips and things to know while I'm on stage.
That's great. Well, you look like you really enjoy it.
I do.
Is it fun? What has been your favorite role? I know you're younger Amy now, but you've been Iago, you've been a baby Abe. What's been your favorite part to play?
Well, I actually have been in a role that we haven't talked about yet, which is Willy Wonka Jr. for the Silicaga Community Playhouse. I played Veruca Salt.
Oh, gosh.
It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah. She's pretty sassy, isn't she? That'd be nice to be able to do that on stage, and you're not like that in real life, but you get to be sassy on stage.
Right.
That's fun, yeah. How did you plan to do her, how did you prepare to be Veruca Salt? She is pretty sassy, though.
I don't know. I mean, I already had the British accent down.
Oh, that's good.
But her personality was a little bit difficult, but all I really just had to get in my mind was that she is a brat, and I mean, it was a little bit easier from there.
We all can be a brat, I think, if we want to, can't we? Well, how fun. Do you think you would like to continue to act as you get older?
I would. I really want to work in film and on stage.
Oh,
just both things are both really fun.
That's fun. Well, you're going into 7th grade?
Right.
Okay, great. You've got a little time, but I'm so glad that we have things like this in our town, that there's the musical theater classes at SD Pack and Community Playhouse and other things to be involved in. That's been a lot of fun. Is it hard to do all of that and do your schoolwork too? I know during the summer that's not that much of a problem, but during the school year, how do you work that in?
Well, since I'm homeschooled, I do have a really flexible schedule. So I can maybe do some of my schoolwork 2 lessons on one day or something like that.
Okay.
So that I have a free day that I can work on my show that I'm doing or something like that.
That's good planning, but you're learning to be organized right now and to
Right.
plan your time. That is great. Well, you're headed back to Shaco Springs for camp, is that right? Are y'all having a good time?
We're having a really great time.
Great. What kind of things are you doing?
Well, we haven't really done much today since it's just the morning, but yesterday we played a lot of fun games outside. It was really hot, so we left early.
Yes.
But it was really fun.
I bet.
And we went to the pool. Tonight we're actually going to go on a big long water slide. At 9:30 tonight.
Oh, wow.
gonna
I'll
be
probably be
fun.
headed to bed at 9:30, so you guys have a great time.
Okay.
That sounds fun. Thank you for coming in today. We're going to pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Things a little bumpy in your driveway? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with, I have talked with Dana Theilacker and Anna Theilacker, who are in the production of Little Women by Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company. And now we're talking with the director, is that
Yes.
right? Patrick McDonald is joining me here. This is about your third time on because we've done several shows with you. I'm so glad, though. I'm so glad.
I always love being here. You're so much fun to talk with.
Oh, great. Well, I love to hear about this, especially this one. This is a book. I mean, most of them have been that we've talked about.
I really like literary scripts. I mean, when I'm looking at shows, that's one of the things I choose is does it come from literature?
Right.
Because it does give you some depth. We've got a season coming up, and 2 of the 3 are literature coming up in our new season. We've got Disney's Beauty and the Beast after Little Women. It'll be in October. And then we've got musical Big Fish. You need to go check that out at the library.
Okay.
Because it is a fantastic story. It's a really great musical. And then in the summer, we'll be doing The Importance of Being Earnest.
Okay, that sounds fun. Great. Now, this is part of your musical theater class.
Everything that we do at Southern Dance is based on teaching musical theater, teaching the theater arts. And so we have classes, not only musical theater, it's what I tend to push because I'm the director, but we also are registering right now at sdpac.net for dance classes and for other classes and opportunities that people may have. So whatever your talents, there's likely a class for it. But yeah, all of our productions are an outgrowth of the musical theater program because we are trying to teach the theater arts.
I think that's wonderful. I'm so glad that is back in Sylacauga with Community Playhouse and what y'all are doing. There's something for everybody, whether you want to be on the stage or behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
A lot going on. Now, this one is a dinner theater.
It is.
Correct. How did that all come about with the partnership with Harvey's?
Well, Harvey's, we approached them because we were looking for a venue to do a dinner theater. It was something intentional at the very beginning. And so what we did is we approached them. They have that really nice reception area in the back where they do a lot of events and receptions. And we talked with them and worked out all the details, but we are able to seat 100 people per night back there for a dinner theater. And it'll be a full buffet that Harvey's is providing, and then a full stage production of Little Women, all there together.
Yeah. I saw the poster up. I'll go over the dates again. It's July 9th and 10th, 15th through 17th at Harvey's. Tickets are available at sdpac.net. They're $45. That includes a wonderful meal with tea and water. Dinner is at 6 and the show begins at 7.
Absolutely.
That is great. I know the food will be excellent. They're so good. And I hadn't even, you know, until we were talking just now, I know most of your performances, I guess all of them have been on a stage, like a large stage at the
Right.
high school or Comer or somewhere like that. This is not a stage, so it's made some changes.
They have a stage area that we're going to be working with
Okay.
for this, so the actors will be above the level of the crowd just to make it easy to see and hear. But nobody in the entire building is going to be more than about 75 feet away from the actors on stage, so it's a very intimate setting. You'll be able to see facial expressions that you wouldn't be able to see from the back of an auditorium.
Oh, that's great. I hadn't thought of that
Yeah.
part. I guess I was thinking, how do you take a full stage production and put it in a small, I mean, you have enough room, but still a smaller stage, a lot
Sure.
of different acting by the actors and things.
Yeah, and we've been able to go on this show in depth into who the actors are. So I'm seeing some tremendous acting out of all of our cast, and I couldn't be prouder of them. They have really come and understand their roles, understand what being Joe March or Amy March or Marmee or Father means for the show.
Wow, that is exciting. And I think it's really, like I said before, that Chris Theilacker is the dad, Dana's the mom, and there's Anna as the daughter. That must be fun working with a family.
It is, and you know, we've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
My kids have been involved with
That's
almost
right,
every
that's
production that
right,
we've
yes.
done. And my wife does marketing
Yes.
for this show as well. So she and Dana work very closely together to get all the marketing and promotional materials out.
Wow. Well, that's neat. It's nice to see an entire family joining in. That's lots of fun family time together.
Absolutely, and gives you a lot of stories at home.
I bet it does. I bet it does. You got to behave. You got to do what you're supposed to do when you're there. Great. You have been involved in a lot of other productions. I know at Sanford, Tennessee, Georgia, Prattville, Community Playhouse.
Sure.
This is a love of yours.
It is. I've told my regular employers, the people who pay me
Yeah.
for my day job, I've told them at various times, I work for you to support my theater habit. Because that's my addiction is being involved with theater, being involved with being on stage, and whether it's on stage or backstage, I really have grown to love being backstage because I love seeing people learn the art and learn the skills and develop the talents that they have already.
Right. That is exciting. Well, I am just thrilled that y'all are doing this, and apparently you've learned to manage a job, your church involvement, and theater. That's great. A little bit of a challenge, I know.
Judicious time planning.
That's great. That's great. Well, we're almost out of time, but I will tell one more time. You can get your tickets online at www.sdpac.net or call 256-245-1669 for this dinner theater production of Little Women. Thank y'all so much, and you and your family and the Theilackers, all of them too, for all the hard work.
Thank you so much for having us.
Lots
This
of
is
other
always a lot of fun.
Great. All right, and thank you so much for joining me at Library Connection.